Okay, so get this. Tide drifts in, tide drifts out. Tide drifts in, tide drifts out. It happens every day, and it will keep on happening every day for the rest of your life. So why am I noticing this just now? Because I figured people do it too. 1 minute they're in your life, the next minute they're not. Take Vicky for example. Ever since she moved to the city, Vicky had been sending me messages. Sometimes too many. But now, no messages?
Relationship status unknown. But I thought we were...
Then it hit me. Vicky wasn't just drifting away. She was paddling in the opposite direction.
I can't help it. I just love rowing my own boat, Lockie.
If Kylie has 2 pairs of jeans and Vanessa takes one of those pairs of jeans away, how many pairs of jeans should Kylie have left?
When they say jeans, I presume we're talking about denim?
I know, parents doing homework together. Weird. But I can explain. First, Egg was busted handing in other people's work. Strike 1. Next, he locked Ms. Archer in the music room. Strike 2. Then, Egg confessed to violating Ms. Archer's flute.
I did it.
Even though he didn't really do it. So now, Egg was on his way to enrichment class. It was where all the kids who notched up 3 strikes went.
Lockie, if I go to enrichment class, I might never see you again.
One more word, Leonard. You'll be joining him. There's your new home, Eggleston. See you in a few years. Off you go.
He's right, you know. Once you go to enrichment class, you don't come back.
Good, that's very good. You must be Jeffrey? I'm Neil.
Mr. Neil?
No, just Neil. We're all equals in here. Would you care to join our circle of trust? We like to think of this space as a feasting place for the morally malnourished. So, class, let's tell each other why we're excited to have Jeffrey amongst us. And teach!
We're really excited to have Jeffrey in the class because we can learn something from him and he can learn something from us.
So, Jeffrey, what can we learn from you? What can you teach us?
I don't know. I'm pretty good at playing guitar.
Well, we have music therapy 3 times a week. We look forward to you sharing your knowledge with us.
Sweet.
Hello, you pack of freaks. I'm back.
Curtis Ferraris, the meanest, baddest bogan in Angelus High.
I believe you're in my beanbag.
Wherever he went, he made news. The bad kind.
Back so soon. You were only released into the general population last week.
3 days it took me to get back. Must be losing my touch. I'd heard they were sending in fresh meat. You better watch out, man, because Curtis is officially declared it barbecue season.
Philip! Philip!
By my calculation, the comet we've been tracking should appear in the night sky over Angelus tomorrow.
Tomorrow night?
At approximately 8:17 p.m. But if we see it first, we can name it. I think it should be called Pam.
Pam?
Philip and Marjorie. If we name it, we will be remembered forever. Pam.
Pam? Why guy?
Why don't you come over and we'll check the figures? I'll make some chocolate crackles.
Okay.
Sarge was worried someone was drifting from him too.
Constable Waddle.
What do you know about this?
Arrested him this morning.
What charge?
Disturbing the peace.
I don't want to go down the path of arresting livestock for that.
You arrest Cyril once.
That was an exception. Cyril is a criminal mastermind who needed love and care and ultimately a place to live.
This rooster was crowing at well above 98 decibels, Sarge.
But surely the rooster is but the sentinel for the new day.
At 98 decibels, this sentinel is a criminal.
If Kylie has 2 pairs of jeans and Vanessa takes one of those away, how many pairs of jeans should Kylie have left? Karen.
Shorts?
I can see where you were going with that. Stay open to positivity and wisdom will come. Curtis, how about you? How many pairs of jeans should Kylie have left?
Well, if you have 2 pairs of jeans and you take one away, then you're left with 1 pair of jeans. 1.
Got our work cut out for us, don't we?
It must be a trick question.
Sorry?
It has to be a trick question, right? If the answer isn't 1, it has to be. The key must be in the wording. How many pairs should Kylie have left? See, it's not does have, but should have. So, the answer is 2. Vanessa shouldn't have taken Kylie's jeans in the first place, because that's stealing, and stealing is wrong.
Yes, correct. 1 a gold star. 4 more of those, and you are formally enriched and free to return to your old classmates. Well done.
Now we have a full appreciation for my superior interpretation of Shakespeare's so-called masterpiece. It's time to bring the words to life. Break off into pairs.
Okay, pairs, easy. But suddenly, without Egg around, I was short on options.
Sorry, taken.
There you are, my Romeo. As long as Verona still stands, you will be mine, mine, mine.
Total and utter humiliation. I was looking forward to getting something to eat.
Dear Lockie, with my increased homework commitments, I didn't have time to make your lunch today. Perhaps you could share lunch with a friend. Love, Mum.
What are they doing here? They're not allowed in the quadrangle.
Billy's farting was so stinky.
Hey, Lockie. You know you're not meant to mix with the general population.
It's lunchtime.
They know the rules. They've broken almost all of them. Get, go on, shoot, move it. Don't do it, move it.
See you, Lockie.
No Vicky, no Egg. Even Sasha had rejected me. Yep, my transformation was almost complete. I was becoming lonely guy Lockie. Sarge said sometimes that you need to be alone for things to make sense. But the only thing that made sense right now, I needed to make a new friend. Fast.
Lockie! I'll be your friend forever!
It was time to do something desperate. It was time to join a club.
I've always loved badminton, especially the shape of the ball. I just saw the word rock.
Just go.
Then, I tried Insect Club.
Get it off! Get it off!
Out!
I wasn't the only one feeling lonely.
Good evening, Jeffrey. Is your father home?
He's with Mrs. Leonard.
Mrs. Leonard?
Yeah, they are. They've set up a homework club to try and, you know, help me get out of...
Are you expecting him home soon?
He won't be back till late. Midnight, perhaps?
Will you let him know I popped round?
Of course.
Leonie, I'm so sorry I'm late. Have you been waiting long?
Just got here. Egg and I have been having a lovely chat.
Now, Have you partaken in God's bounty?
No.
Well, you enjoy. It's all yours. I'm taking Leonie to Mexican Joe's Jamboree.
You're more than welcome to join us.
Nah, better stay in and go over Dad's study notes.
That's my boy. We think we've really cracked the genes question.
Shorts?
Shall we?
Egg 2 felt like someone was drifting out of his life.
Vaya con Dios, amigo.
Look at all those stars. There are so many out there, and they're so beautiful.
Speaking scientifically, very.
I can't wait to go back up there.
Sorry?
My time in Angelus is almost finished. It's about time I went back up to the stars.
Are you applying for the astronaut program? Because speaking scientifically, the odds of...
I'm not speaking scientifically. I'm talking about myself. I'm an old woman, and I'm on bonus time as it is. But if we find that comet, I will leave here the happiest old woman.
Leaving? Already? But we only just met.
We've only just met, but I've been here a very long time. Have you ever been in a running race? You've only just left the starting blocks. But me, I'm nearly at the finish line. Where did you come in your race?
Near the back.
Do you remember what it was like to cross the finish line? Well, it's okay. And I'm going to be okay too. Can you double-check my calculations?
A new day, another tide. Surely, things were going to get better.
Hey, Lockie. Hey. Do you want to meet up at lunch?
Yeah. You know I'm allowed in the quadrangle.
What about the old science lab? It's always empty.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Good morning, Curtis.
Look, Gold Star Boy, you don't talk to outsiders. You're one of us now, and you're either with us or against us. Got it?
Got it.
Good. Now you can prove it.
How?
You're the brainiac. I'm sure you can figure out a way.
So let's tell each other why chewing gum in class is a bad idea. And teach. Chewing gum in class is a bad idea. Chewing gum in class is a bad idea. Sergeant Leonard, Constable Wattle. Right, let's invite our special guests into our classroom of trust. Karen?
Welcome, coppers.
Thank you, Karen. Well, it's good to see all of you. Today, apart from shared stories, we will also be writing a group poem about things that give us the pips. Young Jeffrey, maybe you'd like to start. What gives you the pips?
Egg would never usually speak against the Sarge. But if he didn't make friends with Curtis, life would become more difficult, more lonely than it already was.
The sergeant asked you a question.
Coppers. Coppers give me the pips.
Right, well, let's move on to story time. Karen, maybe you have a story you'd like to share?
A little wombat went to the shops and couldn't find his mum. He went to the greyhound races and his mum wasn't there either. He was getting very tired, but still he kept looking. He climbed to the top of Mount Angelus and screamed at the top of his voice, "Where are you, Mum?" But all he could hear was the wind in the trees. The end.
Thank you, Karen. I'm sure the little wombat's mum will come home very soon.
I found this. I think it belongs to Miss Gurgley.
I'm sure Mrs. Gurgley will appreciate it. Thank you, Karen.
Okay, class, that's lunch.
You know what gives me the pips? You. Nice work today, Eggleston. Curtis was impressed. You want to hang out at lunch?
Us? Hang out? As in today?
Yeah.
See, I'd love to, but I've already made plans to meet.
Curtis doesn't care if you have plans, and he won't ask you twice.
Sure, I could reschedule.
I know what you're thinking, but it's not like I waited all lunchtime for Egg. Okay, maybe I did. Meanwhile, it seems Sam had finally drifted towards Sarge's way of thinking.
Do you think it's possible, hypothetically, that somewhere out there there's a little rooster screaming out from the top of Mount Angelus? Where are you, Dad?
It's possible.
I know we still haven't taken his claw prints, but I think we should set him free. If that's okay with you.
Permission granted, Constable.
I may still have to give his owner a fine. A small one, but a fine nevertheless.
If you have 2 oranges, and while you're sleeping, I take away 1 orange, how many oranges will you be dreaming about?
Dad.
No, wait. Oranges. Oranges. Citrus. It's coming to me.
No, really, Dad.
Egg wanted to tell his dad he was worried Rev was drifting from him, and he didn't belong in enrichment class. But he couldn't find the words.
Knock, knock.
Hey!
Hola. Hola, Jeffrey. Are you ready? Arriba.
Oh, look, I know we're meant to go to the Feast of the Bandidos tonight, but Homo Club's not going too well. And...
Of course. We can go another time. Via con Dios, amigos.
And God go with you too, Leonie.
Then Egg realised he didn't need to tell his dad anything. There was another way to stop Rev from drifting from him.
Now, you were saying?
I was just going to say how good it is that you and Mrs. Elway helping me with my homework. But I still think I need a lot more help. Like every night.
Well, don't worry, Jeffrey. We have all the time in the world. Just you and me. Now, oranges. Citrus. Juicy. Squeezy.
So what's the verdict? Is our comet arriving tonight or not?
Hard to say.
It's either on its way or it's not.
Leonard Minor. What are you working on?
Rechecking some astronomical calculations pertaining to the location of a potential comet.
Very elegant. You've carried the 2 here, you see, which means X equals 817.
Tonight. The comet comes tonight. It's a common mistake, Marjorie. You carried the 2 when you shouldn't have.
You're saying that our comet is not due to arrive for another 72 years?
Give or take. It involves fractals, quantum theory, and the multiverse. It's very complicated. But it's safe to say it's still a while off yet.
Philip, you're sweating.
Am I? Look at that. So I am.
Are you okay?
Oh, fine. Perfect. I'm just... hot.
Hot?
You know, from being in the race. You know, from the race we're both still in. You're still in the race, right? You're not quite finished yet?
I think I'll get some red cordial.
Yes. Red cordial would be excellent.
Philip didn't like keeping such a big secret from Marjorie. But if it kept her from drifting away a little longer, he figured it was worth it. I just checked my inbox 4 times, and I wasn't going to check it again, because that'd be desperate. And I wasn't desperate. There it was, 127 emails, all from Vicky.
So anyway, Lockie, we went shoe shopping and then we went to the market and I bought in sand. Dear Lockie, remember the lip gloss I was telling you about? So anyway, Lockie, well now we went shoe shopping. 12 different flavours. So anyway, dear Lockie, we went shopping for shoes. I just found out that the school service been down. Remember the lip gloss I was telling you about?
Vicky had drifted back to me, but it was more like a tsunami than a tide. And as for Egg, it seemed he was drifting off in a whole new direction. Somewhere without me. People drift in and out of your life. Sometimes they come back to you, sometimes not. You never really know for sure. But what I did know, right now, I was alone. And it was okay.